Hi everybody, welcome back to Naya Reads and Smiles. I am Naya and today we are going to be doing the 'Tis the Season holiday book tag. Now I was tagged by Lovely Like Laura. Well, I wasn't tagged independently. She didn't say, Naya, do this video. But she said anyone can do this video and I consider myself an anyone, so we're gonna do this video. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, question number 1. Do you have a favorite winter read? No, I pretty much read whatever's on my TBR list during the winter time. I try to include series or books from series on my TBR list in December just because I have time to I really enjoy reading every book in a series back to back to back, but it's hard to do that when I'm in school. So during the winter, on winter break, I really like to, catch up on those series I'm behind on. Any sort of series I like to read during the winter time. Okay, question number 2. Find a book with blue on the cover. Har har har. Blue. She didn't say it had to be the color blue, but this book here has the word blue on it twice and a little bit of blue over here. I say I get 3 points for this one, even though it's not really a game. But, I'm very competitive, so we're just going to say I get 3 points for this one. But I'm going to have to go with Maggie C. Rogers' Blue Lily, Lily Blue, because blue is on this book 3 times, so yeah. Okay, question number 3. Find a book that you'd use as a star on a Christmas tree. Now this one was kind of hard because, as you guys know, I'm very into fantasy and dystopian fiction books, so usually the covers aren't that pretty. Say, if I read a lot of contemporary, I'd probably have an easier time with this question. So I'm just going to have to go with Legend by Marie Lu because there is a star on this book here, and I feel like this is almost like a star, like, something that you would put on a Christmas tree, so I'm just gonna have to go with this book. Question number 4. Pick a fictional place that would be perfect as a vacation. Now again, I read a lot of fantasy and dystopian, and a lot of the worlds generally you wouldn't want to live in because, you would die or be put in some sort of Hunger Games-ish thing. So I've never been on a winter vacation before, so I don't really go on them anyways, so I'm just gonna kind of skip over this question and move on to the next one. Okay, question number 5. Pick a fictional character that you would take with you on this fictional vacation. Okay, so let's just say I am going on a vacation. Now, the person that I would take with me would have to be Gale from the Hunger Games because I feel like, in the series, he probably is pretty lonely for certain reasons. For people who haven't read this book, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm just going to have to pick Gale from the Hunger Games because I really did like him in this book, and I was rooting, to ship him and Katniss, and, if that never worked out, then, me and him, just as good, so, yeah. Question number 6. Name one book that's on your wish list for this year. Now, for Christmas, the book series, like I mentioned earlier, that I really want to read is The Selection. So I'm going to have to say any of those books or any of Stephanie Perkins' books because I haven't read any of her books. Like I said, I'm not huge on contemporary, but I'm really trying to expand my genre of reading choices. So I'm going to have to say any sort of Stephanie Perkins book. Stephanie Perkins books. Okay, last question, question number 7. Favorite holiday drink, treat, and movie. Okay, my favorite holiday drink would have to be hot chocolate with cinnamon. My favorite holiday treat would have to be cookies. I am a huge cookie fan. Cookies and ice cream is like, I could live off of that stuff. I'm not joking if it wouldn't eventually kill me from malnutrition. But yeah, any cookies, ice cream. I really don't like brownies. That's the only thing. I feel like brownies are just trying to be cakes and they're trying to be cookies. You can't be both. You have to choose one. So Rice Krispies, cookies, ice cream, cake, pretty much anything but brownies. So yeah. And my favorite holiday movie would have to be Unaccompanied Minors. It's a Christmas movie about a whole bunch of kids who, go on a plane unaccompanied by an adult, and they kind of get stuck in an airport and a whole bunch of stuff happens, and it's hilarious, and it's my favorite holiday movie, next to, whatchamacallit, it's that one animated movie. Oh, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love that movie too. Okay guys, so today I'm going to end with this little new segment that I came up with that I plan on ending in every video, and it's going to be called Book Quote Goodbye. So instead of just saying goodbye, I'm going to leave you guys with a book quote at the end of all my videos. Because I mentioned Blue Lily, Lily Blue, I'm going to leave you guys with a Blue Lily, Lily Blue quote. If you haven't read the book, that's alright. the quotes are fantastic anyways. Blue was perfectly aware that it was possible to have a friendship that wasn't all-encompassing, that wasn't blinding, deafening, maddening, quickening. It was just that now that she had this kind, she didn't want any other. Okay guys, I'll see you later.